Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Destiny video. It's Friday, it's Xur Day. You know what that means? I am back with another Xur guide, which means I'm here to tell you guys where you can find him, right here, what he's got for sale, and whether or not those items are worth purchasing. If you guys do find this video helpful and you do enjoy it, then a like would be super appreciated, but let's get started. First up, of course, you can see right here, this is where you can find him this week, so let's jump straight in and see what he's got for sale. Now, I said this morning on Twitter, before I actually saw what Xur had, I said, I can guarantee you guys that he'll sell something good today. Why do I know that? Because I only have 11 strange coins. So I don't have enough coins to buy any of these items, and yes, look at that. He's selling Hereafter, which is one of the new sniper rifles, but we'll get to that in a second. So as is always the way, to begin with the armor, Titans, you have no backup plans. Of course, the Year 2 version, this has an intellect strength roll, and the perks are as follows. Shotgun kills trigger brute force barrier, and force barrier's duration is increased. You also get increased melee attack speed, and you get increased reload speed with shotguns. Now the stat roll on this item this week is 43 intellect and 44 strength when maxed, but when comparing that to the various min-max values, the lowest you'll ever see this is with 34 intellect and 34 strength, and the highest is 58 intellect and 91 strength. Moving on to the hunter item, you have the Don't Touch Me gauntlets. Perks on this one will mean that when you take damage from a melee attack, it makes you briefly invisible. You also get increased melee attack speed, and you get increased reload speed with hand cannons. The stat roll on this one this week is 43 discipline and 42 strength when maxed, and again comparing that to the various min-max values, the lowest you'll ever see this is with 34 discipline and 34 strength, and the highest is 58 discipline and 91 strength. Then finally moving over to the Stag, a brand new item for the Warlocks. This is a really cool looking helmet, so if you are a Warlock and you haven't got this, definitely pick it up, if for nothing else than the fact that it looks super awesome. Anyway, with that being said, the perks on this one, once per life, you get fast supercharge when all teammates die, and you get a chance to spawn with an overshield. You also gain bonus super energy from melee kills on minions of the darkness, and you gain bonus melee energy on all pickups. The stat roll on this one this week is 49 discipline and 46 strength when maxed. And comparing that to the various min-max values, the lowest you'll ever see this is with 38 discipline and 38 strength, and the highest is 65 in both. Now moving over to the weapon this week, it's been a while since we've seen a weapon. There is no class armor engram this week, it is either a weapon or an engram, but this time around you have the Hereafter. Now this is an arc damage sniper rifle with a couple of cool perks. First up you have the namesake one, the Hereafter. Crouching increases zoom scope and makes it easier to aim under fire. You then also have Perfectionist, where the magazine is refunded if all shots fired are precision kills. And then lastly you have Blinding Light, where precision kills with this weapon have the chance to cause a bright blinding flash that can blind nearby enemies. Now this is a pretty good sniper rifle, there are obviously better ones out there. The impact is not too bad, it's not as high as some of the other ones, but with that being said, if you are looking for say like a decent sniper rifle to take into say the Trials of Osiris, if you haven't got one, then this could well be something worth thinking about, especially considering if teams do group up and you can land that blinding flash, it could give you an advantage. With that being said, do bear in mind if you guys missed yesterday's Bungie update, Trials of Osiris has been postponed because of the Night Stalker glitch, so there will not be Trials of Osiris today, so if you guys did miss that, then you don't need to worry about it for there. But either way, I am going to go and try and get some strange coins this week because I actually haven't got this weapon. Anyway, with that being said, moving over, the last thing, of course, this is a legacy engram, so this will only give you year 1 items. So if there's anything you're missing simply for your collection, this does include things like super good advice, then yes, you can use this item here, but this time around it's for heavy weapons. Now moving down to the curios, we actually have a new item this week. First up, obviously the old things, you have the Void Drive, the Stealth Drive, you have the Heavy Ammo Synth, and you also have the 3 of coins. But this one here, this is a brand new item. It's called Glass Needles. You get 3 of them, and in order to buy them, you will need 3 strange coins, 3 motes of light, and 1 exotic shot. And for the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to acquire some of these. Yes, I will be using some of my very few coins that I have, but I'm going to do this for you guys, so let's do this. Of course, you obviously do have your motes of light as well, but Glass Needles. So what you use these for is to re-roll exotic items. So I'm going to jump over here, for example, I'm not going to do my Graviton Forfeit, instead I'll jump over to, say, my Skyburner's Annex. You'll now see they actually have a third option down here. This was added in the most recent 2.0.1 update, and it says here, Twist Fate. Changes the stats and upgrades available on this armor. So if we have a look at this first quickly, you can see I've got increased intellect, increased strength, I have inverse shadow, heavy lifting, and of course infusion. If I then go down here and use 250 glimmer, 10 armor materials, and 1 glass needle, you can then see that I can actually reroll or twist the fate of this item. Upon doing that, you can then see I now have increased intellect, increased discipline, I then have hands on, which gives me bonus super energy from melee kills on minions of the darkness, heavy lifting, and I now have invigoration, which is obviously different to what I had before. Of course, the namesake perk will obviously always remain the same, but either way, if you do want to tweak some of the things, for example, if the stats aren't quite what you want, or maybe you want to go more towards like an intellect build or a strength build or something like that, then you can try twisting the fate and see if you can get something else. Of course, this is random, it might not turn out exactly how you want, so if we do that one more time, just for sort of demonstration purposes, you can see that, switch it one more time, I now have strength here and intellect instead, whereas before I had discipline. And as you can see, the actual final perk has again changed. It's gone back to infusion, whereas just a moment ago I had invigoration. So this obviously does switch around as you want. So that's how they work. That is what glass needles are for. It is worth noting it's only for armor pieces, it's not for weapons, so you can only twist the fate on armor pieces, but either way, it does obviously help you if you have a piece that you like, but maybe doesn't have the best perks. And that's it. That is everything you need to know about Xur this week. That's where you can find him, that's what he's got for sale, and those are the new items. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. As always, a like would be super appreciated if you did. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have picked up anything this week, and thanks again for watching. Take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.